Hey everybody, and welcome back to Funnel Scripts, to our monthly training. Today we've got something super exciting for you. And if you're not excited by this, then something's wrong, because today we are releasing the new Star Story Solution script exclusively for Funnel Script subscribers. That's you. You can't get this anywhere else but by being a member, a subscriber to Funnel Scripts. So this is super exciting and super exclusive. So what is this script and where did it come from? Well, for those of you who've been paying attention at home, this is actually from pages 182 to 193 from Russell's .com Secrets book. And this is one of the most popular scripts in the entire book. In fact, this is the one that everybody was screaming for. Hey, Jim, make it into a funnel script. And but if you go through, and I'm assuming you've seen this, if you haven't gotten the .com Secrets book, you need to go get the .com Secrets book now. And you need to read pages 182 to 193, because what the Star Story Solution script does is it creates a very compelling sales story that you can use in print, on the web, in email, and as a video sales letter. This is one of the most powerful scripts that Russell's ever come up with. And it took me months to be able to turn this into an actual script that you're going to be able to use. And I'm super excited to show it to you. So what we're going to do in this webinar, just let me explain in detail how to use the software. I'm going to pause in a few spots because I'm actually going to chop this up into individual videos. So if I seem like I'm starting over at various points, I'm kind of starting over for specific videos, but no problem. You're here and you know what I'm doing. And then I will take questions as we go along and at the end. Okie doke. So here we go. Hey guys, and welcome to the quick start video for the Star Story Solution script. And basically, if you want to write amazing sales stories, this is the ultimate easy button for you, because step one, you just fill out the questions. It's fast and fun. Step two, you hit the build button and choose the format that fits your needs. And step three, you do a light edit, and presto, your Star Story Solution script is done. So what I'd like to do is show you the quick start of how to actually use this amazing software. Okay, so basically how this works with all the downloadable wizards included with Funnel Scripts is you first answer a series of questions, and then you'll have the ability to output the Star Story Solution script in various formats. So what I'm going to do is just open an existing file, and we'll use the example of a course called the $1 Million Speaking Course, Speaker Goldmine. And so all you do is you go through and you answer each of the questions. I'm going to go through each of these questions in more detail in another video. But basically, you go through and answer questions about the product, enter in all the information that's necessary to create the story, and it will take you, I would estimate, probably somewhere between 20 and 40 minutes to fill this out, just depending on how much you have to think about it, how much you have to dig in. But I can tell you, this is going to be at least 10 to 20 times faster than trying to create one of these scripts on your own. So once you've gone through and you've answered all the questions, then you're going to go ahead and save your project file. And then you're going to click the build button, and you can output a few different ways. I just want to point out to you. You can output in text, and you can output in docx file. So the text will work in anything. The docx file will work in Microsoft Word. It will work in Keynote on your, or not Keynote, Pages on your Mac. It'll work in Google Docs. It'll work in OpenOffice. And then you can also output it as a PPTX file that will work in PowerPoint. It'll work in Keynote. It'll work in, again, Google Docs. It'll also work in OpenOffice. So this will work. This download works on both PC and Mac. So then all you do is, and I'll output one of these. The two main differences between your options in the text and the DOCX is to output with or without the section headers. When you look at, I don't have the book right next to me, but when you look at the way that Russell teaches you to do this script in the book, he has it divided up into, I think, 35 different sections or something. And so what I did was I created this so that you could see the actual sections. In this particular one, let me zoom in. So if you're following along with the book, the first section is the pattern interrupt. So it tells you to come up with a quick pattern interrupt to get their attention. One of the things he teaches you is with the core desire questions, you can just start with that. And that's typically what I do, but we'll talk more specifically about the outputs and stuff. But basically it gives you all of the script with your variables filled in with the sections that Russell, the way he teaches you in the book. Or what you can do is output it without the sections. And then you can just have it and edit it right there. Now, can you guys see my screen? You're seeing me change and switch over to Word and all that good stuff too. You guys that are live, you can see me and hear me. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. So if your screen's not changing, it should be, and you need to maybe log back in. I don't know. But it's definitely doing what it's supposed to do in the presentation. Luckily, we're recording this and we will have a replay as well. So if you're having a problem seeing the screen, just go ahead and log out and log back in. Okay, so anyway, those are your two options. And then also you can output it with text, just a straight text file, which makes it easy to be able to copy and paste it into whatever you might be using. And again, you can do the version where it has the section headers, and you can do it without the section headers as well. And then also it will output your presentation as a video sales letter as well. So, and that one doesn't have the option of leaving in the section headers or not, because it just didn't make any sense to do it with that. So again, this is designed to work in conjunction with Russell's book, but if you haven't read it, it'll still work. But I encourage you to read it, at least read that section. So this is a fully functional PowerPoint. You can add whatever graphics you want. You can add whatever pictures you want. You can format it with whatever text you want, but it basically does it as a video sales letter that's ready to go, that you could just record with Camtasia or ScreenFlow or whatever you're doing. And yeah, this is out of the .com Secrets book. So here, I'll show you for you guys asking at home. This book right here, I'm looking up over here because my mug is up over here. But this book right here, Russell's book, and I told you it's page 182, is where he teaches the Star Story Solution Script. So you can see I got all my notes and stuff in here. Been working on the thing, turning it into this for you. So, tons of work went into this. But if you don't have this book yet, you need and should have this book. So this is really where a ton of the scripts in Funnel Scripts came from. So you need to read this book because it'll make you a better funnel scripter too. So there you go. So we'll go more into this. I'll demo the thing. I'm just doing the quick start video right now. So anyway, that's how it works. That's your quick start overview of how this works. You just go through, fill it out, do the outputs, and then you go see what's you just check it out, and you can go back in, and if something doesn't work right, then you can just go back through and you can change your answers to different stuff, tweak it, save it, rebuild it, and there you go. So I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so just as a reminder for everybody who's here live, this is included with your Funnel Script subscription. So there's nothing to buy here. People are like, how do I get it? It's like, it's included. Okay. Couple questions. People say, how does this differ from the origin story script? This is way beyond the origin story script. The origin story script is basically just you talking about where you came from and circumstances around that. This is like that on steroids. So I would encourage you to go back and review that part of Russell's book. Somebody says, what topics has the script worked for? Certain products, certain services. This is designed to work for anything. This was created to work for physical products, for digital products, for books, for software, for anything. So this is designed to sell anything. All right. And I'm going to go through here in a minute. I'm going to go through the questions a lot more. And then we're going to talk about templates and stuff, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the whole script with one of the examples. So no, the book is not included. Somebody says the book's included. Then how do we get a copy? The book is not included. This script I'm demonstrating for you is included with Funnel Scripts. You go buy the book either on Amazon or buy it from Russell. And this will work for this. This is not for webinars. This is for selling anything. So just watch. Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over answer the questions and your project data. So what I want to do is walk you through this, answering the questions, and then the next video, we're going to talk about which template you should choose and why. Okay, so question number one is name of the product service. You can sell anything with this. So put in the name of your product or service, type of product it is. So software, home study course, book, executive coaching, done for you service, whatever it is. Your name, because you're the one that's actually telling the story. And in a nutshell, in 2 to 3 words, what's the area of focus of this product or service or software or whatever. And you can watch you can look at this. It has not only examples all the way throughout, but it also has a statement that'll help you to fill in the blanks. So in a nutshell, this product service is focused on the area of public speaking. So in a couple 3 words, what is whatever you're selling about? Now we're going to do 3 big benefits. Okay. And the cool thing is that these benefits are going to start with verbs. All right. And so if you have a problem with or a question about what you should do to start with a verb, you can always click this link right here. We'll open up a page on the web that will give you examples of words that you can use to start these benefits with verbs. So in this case, it's get more speaking gigs, it's make more money, and it's sell more from the stage. Those are the 3 big benefits that people want from this. So what's an emotional payoff that your target audience really wants to have? So this starts with a verb. So in this case, they want to speak in front of a huge paid audience or in front of huge paid audiences. And what's an emotional payoff your target audience really wants to get rid of? So in this case, it's stop speaking to small, uninterested audiences. So What's the number one big how-to your audience really wants? And so my audience really wants to know how to get paid to speak. One of the things with using these scripts, you'll learn this over time, is actually the first round through any of them, the shorter you are, the better. The more you try and put a paragraph in, it's not really going to work all that great. So if in doubt, err on the side of brevity. What's a negative event, circumstance you want to build your story around? So let me tell you a quick story about whatever, when I got laughed off stage because I was so bad in this case. Then the next thing, and again, if you read Russell's book, .com Secrets, which I'll send you the link where you can order the book for just to pay shipping and handling. I'll send you that link. I'll put it up there. Susan, if you could make a note, we'll put a link in there where people can order the book, just pay shipping and handling. That would be great. So if you don't have it yet, you need to have it. So question 12 is, what's something you were trying to accomplish at the time? So at the time I was trying to build my speaking business, and you'll see the examples flow throughout. And there are 3 or 4 different examples that you can just watch all the way through. And what I also do when we upload this is look for the 2 example files that I have done here. I'll have those so you can download those as well, so you can play with those. I was struggling with selling from the stage without being pushy. And as a result, what negative thing, emotion, or circumstance was putting your back up against the wall at that time? I was getting more and more frustrated and behind on my bills. And then all of these are building the backstory. So what's something that's bad, or something bad that happened or occurred at this time that threw you off track? Then the bottom fell out from under me when I was stranded in Florida with only $20 in my pocket after a failed speaking gig. And what's the thing you really need to be able to do but couldn't? And so this meant I couldn't even pay for a taxi to get home from the airport. So next one is, what's the number one thing your audience does not know how to do yet but want to? So do you know how to get paid from the stage fast? And you want to start with a verb. So do you know how to get paid from the stage fast? And what's the first thing everyone tries to get results that doesn't work? So first I tried running ads in the newspaper, and that didn't work. What's something everybody tries to get results that really doesn't work? And I even tried speaking for free at the local Chamber of Commerce, but that was a total disaster. The next thing everyone tries to get results that works a little but still sucks. So then I even tried hiring a speaker bureau, and that worked a little bit. So then the big aha moment. What's the thing, method, etc. you discovered that changed it all? And that's when I finally tried using a free book to fill my speaking gig funnel, and it worked. And then now, who's the enemy here? So who's the enemy that's sabotaging everyone's results in this area? It can be people or circumstances. So the real enemy here are speaker bureaus. So you want it to be plural. Real enemy here are speaker bureaus. What's the big lie the enemy tells that everyone believes? They want you to believe you can't get good speaking gigs without an expensive promoter, but that's BS. Big revelation or discovery. What's the big revelation you had in this area? Then I finally figured out that I could use my own free book to get all the speaking gigs I could handle, and everything changed. What did this big revolution reveal to you? I discovered how to turn my book into a 24/7 speaker booking machine. So it should start with a verb to complete the how-to sentence there. What's the second big thing you figured out from this big revelation? I also discovered how to create a sales message that made promoters beg me to speak for them. Starts with a verb. And the third one that starts with a verb, I even discovered how to build my back-end funnel so I made more money speaking. So now we're getting into cost and other things that is starting to build value. Again, this is almost designed to work hand in glove if you were using those pages in Russell's.com Secrets book as your instructions. But you don't have to, but it helps. How long did it take to figure all this out? This took whatever the time was to figure out and create. So years of blood, sweat, and tears, months of focused effort. How much did it cost to figure all this out? So this cost and in money terms to figure out and create. Tens of thousands of dollars in development cost. Roadblock. What's the biggest roadblock you and they had to overcome in this area? So the biggest thing holding me back was, and in this case, it's a verb ending in ing. So getting booked for profitable speaking gigs. How long did it take you to get results the old way? Used to take me months of torture to get results the old way. How long does it take to get results with this new way? With this new way, now I get results whenever I want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this next section is going to be a series of 5. We're really going to be building bullets here, and it's going to be features and benefits. So you're going to do this 5 times. You're going to give a feature, what your product is, okay, your product or service or whatever. And then on the next one, we're going to give a benefit. So what the big payoff is. And when you see how this thing pulls these together, you're going to flip. So what's the number one feature? What is your product, service, or software? So create the ultimate speaker one sheet. That's the feature. The benefit is with feature 1, you can, and these have to, the benefits have to start with a verb. So the feature is create the ultimate speaker one sheet. The benefit is instantly set yourself apart from every other speaker they're considering. Next feature. What's the second feature? Learn to create the ultimate presentation that sells without selling. Benefit. That means you can make a ton of sales no matter how resistant the audience. Again, starts with a verb. Next one. Next feature is create order forms that sell subconsciously. Benefit. You can use your handouts to make money. Feature. Learn 5 speech openers that instantly grab attention. Which means you can keep your audience's focus all the way through the close. And the last feature is discover how to use social media to get a ton of speaking offers. With feature number 5, you can avoid the humiliation of begging for speaking gigs. Now, this is where you'd stick in proof. In this case, I'd show screenshots of me from the stage. So I'd show me speaking from stage, maybe a table rush, some testimonials of people that love what I'm doing. So this is the proof section. In here, you're just going to put in there whatever you would put in your proof section, wherever you're going to be using this content. How much does your product, service, software, book, whatever you're selling, cost compared to something else? So what I like to do is you always want to make it like, so that they're like something else, so that they see that it's really not that expensive when it's compared to something where they'd just be wasting money. So in this case, for less than the cost of a fancy dinner for 4 adults out on the town. Now, I just got back from a conference where breakfast for 2 people, including tax and everything, was like $60. Dinner for 2 people was $200. This was in the hotel. So fancy dinner for 4 adults out on the town can be up to around $500. Okay. So now here we're going to list off what they get. And you do this 1 per line. There's no limit. You're just going to list off everything that's in whatever it is you're selling. So in this case, they're going to get a 6-module self-study video program, e-class, DVD training set, private Facebook group, new software, PDF cheat sheets, whatever they're getting. You just list off the actual physical things they get. So now we're going to do 3 bonuses, because 3 bonuses seems to be about the best way to do it. You don't have to do 3. If you don't offer 3 bonuses, then just put NA or a dash, a line in this thing, so it'll let you keep going. So the first bonus is the speaker publicity explosion that's worth $997. Second bonus is all my speech templates. I'm saying those are worth $997. Third one is 30-minute consult with my top speaking coach, and I'm saying that's worth $997. Now here, you just add up the value of everything that you're giving them. So you just add it all up. Then now what we're doing is saying, you know, how can we justify this huge price of everything we just gave them? And it's worth every penny because just 1 speaking gig pays for the investment. And then the special price that we're giving it to them today, put in $497. I mean, whatever the special price is. And then the guarantee. What's the name of your crazy guarantee? So in this case, we're going to call it I'm going to take all the risk and give you my millionaire speaker guarantee. Reasons to act now. And what you want to do is just give them at least 3 reasons to act now. It might be a special bonus. It might be a time-limited offer. I like to stay away from those because unless you really do have a hard deadline, focusing on price and stuff like that can lead to confusion. So, big reasons they need to act now. A book sets you apart as the expert fast. There's no faster way to make money than from the stage. And people are hungry for what you have to share. So the action we want them to take, now I want you to click the button below. And what's next? This is where you tell them what's going to happen next. So for those of you who are already signing up, this is what's going to happen next. You'll be taken to the secure download area. You'll set up an account. You'll access all the training immediately. You'll schedule your 30-minute consult. And that's it. So then what you're going to do is you save it. And what I'm going to do is just in case I change something, I don't want to mess up my original. So I'll save it as that. And so we have just gone through and answered all the questions. And we have saved it. So now what I'm going to do is in the next video, I'm going to show you, talk about which template you want to choose. Okay, so in this video, we're just going to talk about which template you want to choose. And what I want to do is from the example in the previous video, I want to just show you the VSL script, because at least for me, this is the one that I could see using the most, because this will work on a video sales letter. This will work as a script that you could do with a talking head video sales letter, which is basically just you reading it off and telling people the story. You probably want to practice it a few times, but it's super, super powerful. I like doing the PowerPoint ones just because I can read it right off the screen, as opposed to doing it as a talking head where it's a live shot of me. I don't want it to look like I'm reading it right off of the screen. So let's take a look at this PPTX file, and I'll show you how it turned out. So we'll just overwrite that one. Oh, I already have it open, so it won't let you open it if you have it open somewhere else. So we'll do a new one, click view. Okay, so let's run through this real quick, and I have some live friends here with me, and they're going to tell me at the end whether this is any good or not. So imagine that this is a video sales letter and I'm pitching a course, all right? And somebody time me on how long this thing lasts. In fact, I'll just time myself to see how long this takes. All right, so here we go. Do you want to get more speaking gigs? Do you want to make more money speaking? Do you need to sell more from the stage? So why hasn't it happened for you yet? Come on, admit it. This isn't the first time you've tried to find solutions for how to get paid to speak. When you watch this video to the end, you're going to discover exactly how you can get paid to speak. Hi, my name is Jim Edwards, and not too long ago, I was just like you. Let me tell you a quick story about when I got laughed off stage because I was so bad. I was struggling with selling from the stage without being pushy, and I was getting more and more frustrated and behind on my bills. You see, at the time, I was trying to build my speaking business. And then something really bad happened. I was stranded in Florida with only $20 in my pocket after a failed speaking gig where I didn't sell a single person in the audience, which meant I couldn't even pay for a taxi to get home from the airport. And as you can imagine, I was in bad shape and desperate, but I wasn't ready to give up on my dream of being able to speak in front of huge paid audiences, even though I got booed off the stage because my pitch was so bad, people were upset that I was even standing up there asking them to buy something. The problem I had was I didn't know how to get paid to speak, and I couldn't get paid from the stage fast. And that's when I had my big aha moment. So first I tried running ads in the newspaper, and that didn't work at all. I even tried speaking for free at the local Chamber of Commerce, but that just plain sucked because people came up and just were brain suckers on you. Then I tried hiring a speaker bureau, and that worked a little better. And that's when I finally tried using a free book to fill my speaking gig funnel. And guess what? This time it worked. And that's when I realized it wasn't my fault. I was failing because of the speaker bureaus. No wonder I was struggling. For years, they wanted me to believe that you can't get good speaking gigs without an expensive promoter. And when I figured out that wasn't true, I was finally able to break out of their chains and get the results I deserved. The real problem is the speaker bureaus. They were the ones keeping me from discovering how to get paid to speak. Once I realized I could use my own free book to get all the speaking gigs I could handle, that's when I started to understand how to get paid to speak really fast. I used what I discovered to be able to turn my book into a 24/7 speaker booking machine. I used it to create sales messages that made promoters beg me to speak for them. And I was able to build my back-end funnel so I made more money speaking. But it wasn't just me. Take a look at what using a free book to fill my speaking gig funnel has done for others. And that's where you'd put in whatever proof. I didn't realize it when I started that not only does it simplify the process for how to get paid to speak, but it also helps you get more speaking gigs, make more money speaking, and sell more from the stage. And that's why I created Speaker Goldmine. This took months of focused effort to create and cost me tens of thousands of dollars in development cost, but it was totally worth it. It makes getting booked for profitable speaking gigs so much easier. What used to take me months of torture, I can now get done whenever I want. In fact, here's just a sample of what you're going to get. You're going to create the ultimate speaker one sheet so you can instantly set yourself apart from every other speaker they're considering. Learn to create the ultimate presentation that sells without selling so you can make a ton of sales no matter how resistant the audience. Create order forms that sell subconsciously so you can use your handouts to make more money. Learn 5 speech openers that instantly grab attention so you can keep your audience's focus all the way through the close. Discovered how to use social media to get a ton of speaking offers so you can avoid the humiliation of begging for speaking gigs. But don't just take my word for it. Take a look at this. So this is where you'd have your proof. But before you get started, let me ask you a question. Would you like to get access to Speaker Goldmine? For less than the cost of a fancy dinner for 4 adults out on the town, you can get access to everything inside of Speaker Goldmine. Now, while it would be impossible to show you all the benefits of Speaker Goldmine, I want to show you some of the things that you'll experience as soon as you're on the inside. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 6-module self-study video program, the 4-part live webinar e-class, the 4 DVD training set, the private Facebook group, the new software, and the PDF cheat sheets, just to mention a few of the things that are waiting for you. Plus, I'm throwing in these amazing bonuses. Bonus number 1, speaker publicity explosion. Bonus number 2, all my speech templates. Bonus number 3, the 30-minute consult with my top speaking coach. The total value of all this is $4,997. Why? Because just one speaking gig pays for the entire investment. If all it did was show you how to speak in front of huge paid audiences, would it be worth it? If all it did was help you stop speaking to small, uninterested audiences, wouldn't it be worth it? Of course it would. Want some even better news? I'm not going to charge you $49.97 for this. I'm only going to charge you $4.97. Also, I'm going to take on all the risk and give you my millionaire speaker guarantee. If Speaker Goldmine doesn't show you exactly how to get more speaking gigs, if it doesn't take you by the hand step by step to make more money speaking, or if it fails to help you sell more from the stage, then you'll receive a full refund, no questions asked. But you must act now because a book sets you apart as the expert fast. There's no faster way to make money than from the stage, and people are hungry for what you have to share. Just imagine what life will be like when you know how to get paid to speak. So click the button below right now and you'll be taken to the secure order form. After you put in your credit card information, you'll be taken to a secure members area where you can access Speaker Goldmine even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. For those of you who are already signing up, this is what's going to happen next. You'll be taken to the secure download area, you'll set up an account, you'll access the training immediately, and you'll schedule your 30-minute consult. Warning, let's be blunt. If you pass on this offer, will you succeed with public speaking? Probably not. You'll just keep struggling and never figure out how to get paid to speak. Most of what you need is instruction and encouragement from someone who's successfully been there and done that with public speaking. Get this home study course now and get the public speaking success you want. So as a reminder, with Speaker Goldmine, you're going to get the 6-module self-study video course, blah, 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 plus these bonuses, blah, 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 blah. Never before have you had such a unique opportunity to have me take you by the hand and help you with how to get paid to speak. Act now so you can get more speaking gigs, make more money, and sell more from the stage, just like I did. This entire home study course offer will be sold for $49.97, but the introductory price of $497 is a buy it now before it's gone offer, so act fast. So that was 7 minutes and 37 seconds. So that wasn't too bad. Now, what I would tell you is you'd go back through and you'd probably edit this. That was a totally unedited pass. That was straight. I didn't go through and edit anything. So what if it took you another hour to go through and edit it? It still creates an amazing presentation. Also, you can output it as Word doc with and without the section headers so that you could fix it up, make it pretty, use it on a web page. I mean, this can work as a long form sales letter. This can work as a video sales letter, as I just showed you. You could even, depending on how wordy you got, I mean, heck, it might even be worth throwing it into a blog post. It might be worth even putting it into an email message. I would even try it with that, especially if you edited it down. Again, this creates the first draft, so you can edit it however you like. So there we go. Let me close that up. And so those are which template based on which one you're gonna, which whatever your needs are. If you need it for like email or blog post, you'd probably want to use the text. If you were going to use it in your ClickFunnels account, then you could either edit it in the docx file, or however you want to use it. If you're going to make a VSL, there you go. So questions. Now we will open it up to the litany of questions, and let's see what we got. And no, this somebody's like, I want it. I want that. Where's the buy button? That's funny. But that I did actually do that to I did actually do that. If I was going to do a speaking course, that's the one I would have done. And I would tell you the funny thing is that you would I normally write my sales copy before I actually create my courses, and I know Russell does that as well. So anyway, this will, for those of you who are asking, those of you who are here live, we'll have this in Funnel Scripts later on today once we get this registered, or get this rendered. Sorry, I don't want to post the script without having the how-to videos and everything all in the same spot, because otherwise we're going to get inundated on the help desk. So right now I'm answering questions about the Star Story Solution script. So that's what we want to stay on this. Somebody says the Star Story Solution is for webinars only. No, it's for all the stuff I talked about. We'll have it up there later. Would this work as part of an email sequence to get people to sign up for an online course? Could you split the script up over several emails? I would not. And the reason for that is because this is a complete sales message. No, I would not divide. I would test sending this as an email and I would track my click-through rate and all that stuff, but I would not chop this up. What about video marketing? I don't understand the question. I mean, you can use this to make a video, obviously. Oh, is my camera still on? Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I hope I didn't pick my nose or do anything offensive while I had the thing going. So I turned it off. I just closed the thing, but I still had it going. But it won't, when I do the replay, it'll be big enough. Hope it didn't pick my nose. I will definitely have the link up there. Amy says, I'm flipping already. I love it. Ellen says, we just want to thank you for creating this high value product. This is head and shoulders above many of the products offered in the IM world. Thanks again. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. An idea. MSM is really taking off. Would you think of a script 140 characters and less, such as headlines and subheadlines, for that sole purpose? Richard says, can I use a script like this for selling hosted IT solutions? Seems most of these scripts are focused on hey, if your hosted IT solutions solve a problem for somebody, and it's one of those things where, especially if you've got a backstory about how you came to either choose that IT solution or whatever, go through and really build it up. I guarantee it'll be more compelling than the way most people sell IT solutions. What's the difference between Star Story Solution Script and Perfect Webinar? Star Story Solution Script is basically creates a complete sales story message, whereas Perfect Webinar is designed to teach people on a webinar to, and you're ultimately trying to pitch them something on the back end, but they're two different things. JC says, I own a 300-seat call center. Wow. We focus on Hispanic outbound calls. I'm the one that develops all the sales speeches. My respect to you. Oh, thank you. Somebody said, Jim, is this format for doing webinars? No, this isn't creating a webinar. This isn't a webinar thing. The Star Story Solution is another form of a sales letter or a video sales letter. You could use a modified version of this as part of the close. I mean, if you're comfortable enough with doing webinars, I could see this being used as the close. That would be kind of cool. I'd have to modify it. When I timed it, I forgot to hit my stop button, but I think it was like 7 minutes. So, I mean, I think this would be a way to do a hell of a close. In fact, it might be worth, I'm playing around with some social webinar ideas in my own head that I'm going to start doing. And I could see how this would be a pretty awesome close, especially on a webinar doing on Facebook Live. That gave me an idea. Or just brainstorming now. So people were digging it, saying stuff. Awesome. Thanks, Randy, Andrew, Michael, Chris, Yaz, Vicky, Morris, Amy, Alexandros. We will have the replay up posted later today. Somebody asked, what's the difference between this and EasyVSL? EasyVSL is not our software. That's somebody else's software that helps you to record your video sales letter. Do I have some live examples of this? Can I point to any? No, because I just came out with the software, so I don't have anybody that's used it yet. Russell uses, this script is straight out of Russell's universe. I will post the link for Russell's book. Mark says, I'm new to funnel scripts. What are your top 3 scripts? The ones I recommend that you get really good at is the headline script, the bullet script, the call to action script. Those are the first ones you should get real competent with. And then also the Facebook ad scripts. What's your favorite funnel script? Just for grins. You guys that have been with us for as long as a year now, in the Q&A box, tell me what's your favorite funnel script what's your go-to funnel script, and I'll get to those in a minute when we go down. Rachel says, absolutely amazing. This is going to be a game changer. Awesome. I answered that question about how it's different from the webinar script. Rod's loving it. Roy says, what's the difference from the Star Story Solution versus the already created short and long sales letter inside a funnel script? It's just different format. Those follow problem, agitate, solve. This follows a different format. It's kind of like there are 100 different ways to skin a cat type thing. It's just giving you different options for creating copy and creating sales messages rather than locking you into one thing. Vicky says, can this be used as an OTO script? Vicky, you are a genius. Yes. Anywhere stuff is sold, you could try this. Absolutely. Chris says, what do you think about not using all text in the VSL and doing it in front of the camera? One better than the other. I think I addressed that, but I would tell you that I have seen where I've done better. If you look at everything Russell does, it's all his talking head. If you look at everything I've done, typically the stuff I do is all PowerPoint. I think it just depends on what your comfort level is and how well you can deliver the script without it looking like you're reading it. That's really the big thing. So I would say if you can, to test one versus the other. I already own Funnel Scripts and it rocks. Michael says, thank you, Michael. How would I structure the pricing if I offer a product that is on a pay monthly basis? When you say whatever the price was, then you can just say for less than the cost of a cappuccino or less than the cost of a Starbucks every day. You just compare it in there, and then where it said it was $4.97, you would say like $97 a month. I mean, it's a pretty basic edit in there. It's nothing. It wouldn't be hard for you to do that at all. Hate to tell you this, but we were looking at you the whole time, not your screen. Could some of you at least see my screen, or could you see my screen in a combination of me and the screen? Hopefully you could see the screen. The good thing is that the replay won't have my weird unshaven face on it. Dave says, can you print out the questions without having to go through and populating the answer sections? No, I don't have that in there, but you know what I can do, because I think it would be a good idea, is we'll come up with a PDF version of that, and we'll have that with the, we'll have that on the download page. So Susan, if you could make a reminder for me to do that. So I think we should definitely do that. Angela says, you make it look so easy, Jim. What was the time with that again? I think it was about 7.5 minutes. Amy says, I hope this is a dumb question, but every script we create, can we save it? Yes, I'll be creating several. Yeah, absolutely. You can save it. You click save and you can save it as something else. So, in this case, I mean, I saved it as another name. If you go in and tweak it, save it as a different name, or version 1, version 2, version 3. Yeah. And then you can, if you want to do a new project, you just click new, and then you can start over with the new project. Is there a short version that can be used for email sales messages? No. If you need that, I would recommend going in and using the email teaser script and other email scripts that we have in Funnel Scripts. But the purpose behind Star Story Solution is to hit all of the elements that Russell teaches in his book. What if you don't have any personal failure in the product or service you're offering? That's a great question. What I would say is you could say what you see other people suffering with then. Things that are really bothering you about what you see other people suffering with, being abused, taken advantage of, that kinds of thing. Would this be suitable for the final video in a video sequence to get people over the line and hit the buy button? Sure, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth a test. If you were doing like a launch sequence or just a sequence of videos in a row, that'd be cool. Angela says, no picking, you're good. Thank you, Angela. God bless you. David says, what's the best screen capture I can use for Mac? I don't have a Mac, but everybody says ScreenFlow is awesome. So there you go. Phil says, awesome demo. Going to save me hours, if not weeks of work. Awesome. Austin says, when to use versus the other VSL app. I think when a story is more appropriate, I think you'll know. And I know this sounds like an out, but it's not. You can test. I mean, you've got these tools. In an afternoon, you could generate a problem, agitate, solve video sales letter using the VSL wizard that's included with Funnel Scripts, and you could generate one of these, and you could do a really cool A/B split test. Thanks, Claudia. Could this be used to sell a product on Amazon? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think you're limited to what, 5,000 characters or something. It's there you go. Michael says you just twiddled your beard a little. Yeah, that's when I'm doing my serious thinking. That's when I do it. From one story, you can create page, webinar versus ads. Okay. Orlando says we're getting ready to sell a live event. Would you recommend a script or perfect webinar script? I'm still getting confused. Okay. Perfect webinar creates a webinar like a sales event. You get on a webinar and you promote the webinar and you tell people, hey, come to my webinar and we're going to teach you the three secrets to, I don't know, whatever. Whereas this one is just creating straight sales copy that you would use to sell. Hope that helps. Mark says nothing offensive while on camera, but wear pants next time. Damn it, you caught me. Would this be a good alternative to identity struggle discovery results? Sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, I think I answered that one. Martin says, finally, the Star Story Solution script. We've been waiting a long time for this. So glad it's here. Thanks so much. Scott says, got here late. Your stuff's awesome. Any chance of getting an early reminder of upcoming sessions? I might have missed it. We send them, man. I mean, we send them the day before and the hour before, and I sent a couple other extra ones about this one. I'm sorry. I mean, I just, 'tis what it is. If I get smacked, then I'll get smacked if I send any more. James says Funnel Scripts was ClickFunnels' winning integrated solution. Ian, you need to contact support. It's on the right-hand side of the dashboard. But if you have a problem, you just need to contact support and they'll get you straight with that. How about writing this from the voice of a satisfied client customer? You can try that, sure. I mean, it's not really designed for that. Again, the whole purpose of this, okay, I'm going to start up my webcam without no nose picking or beard twiddling. Okay, I lied. This helps me think better. Let me think about it. The whole reason I grew this beard was so I could think better. Okay, the whole purpose of creating this script is to take what Russell taught in this book that everybody went nuts over and to create it exactly the way he teaches it. Okay, it took me months to do this. Now, if you want to know about Perfect Webinar, we have the Perfect Webinar Wizard, and on page 199 of the .com Secrets book, he teaches you the Perfect Webinar. So they're different because they're on different pages, and they're different because it's not the same thing. Okay, you could also use for Facebook ads. Probably too long. Do I have links to some really good SSS videos? No, I don't, because nobody's used this yet. Paul says, if no one in my industry does any VSLs, Star Story Solution or Perfect Webinar type of pitch, I'm just ahead of the curve or an idiot. No, you're ahead of the curve, man. I'm telling you, if whatever you sell solves a solution and helps people, then this stuff works. It'll work for it. Dr. J says, if I don't have a personal story on Discovery, can I use the story of someone else? Sure. Yeah. I mean, just if you're going to use their real name, then you better get permission unless they're a public figure already. Otherwise, just say, here's this typical story that, let me introduce you to a guy named Bob, not his real name, but this is a very typical story, that kind of a thing. Apple says, thanks for the training. Thank you. Sue says, thank you, Jim. Awesome stuff and greatly appreciate what you teach and give us. Awesome. My favorite screen recording tool is Camtasia because I'm on a PC. What if you don't have any personal failure? Then build a backstory or do a hypothetical story. Okay, so these are the things that people love. They love Perfect Webinar, email subject line scripts. Randy loves this one, the Star Story Solution. If I miss, can I see the replay? Yeah, we'll have the replay. Thank you, Tom. Killer headline script is the best. I'm about to start my first webinar. Which script do you recommend? You go through the Perfect Webinar. Go through the Perfect Webinar Wizard. Look at the webinar promo scripts that we have in there. Are we supposed to tie multiple scripts together to deliver a webinar, video, sales letter to sell our product? You can, or you can just use Perfect Webinar Wizard. And, you know, one thing I would point out to you guys, let me pull this up. One thing I would point out to you guys here, like somebody asked about Inception Secrets, click the button here to be able to access that. We scroll down here where it says Funnel Scripts Blueprints. Click on the download here, and you got a PDF that shows the main types of funnels that you're going to create, like a sales webinar funnel, okay? So this has links to the individual scripts on Funnel Scripts. So it shows you, this is kind of like that new webinar or the new funnel graffiti stuff. But this will say, okay, first thing you need is a registration page. Or so you can use the Perfect Webinar Wizard, or you can use the webinar opt-in script. So you click on that and it'll take you to the funnel script that you need off of that PDF. So if you haven't downloaded that, you need to, because that's going to help you be able to identify which scripts you use and to be able to piece them together to be able to make what you want super, super fast. All right. Oh, that's cool. Liz says on my phone I could swipe back and forth between the screens of you and the other thing. That's cool. Doug says, I don't know if this was covered. Can you do this when you're telling a Star Story solution about someone else? You could, but you'd have to then do a little rewriting and stuff. Phil says, going to use this script on my homepage to make my page more concise so potential customers know how we're different to other training companies. Thanks, Kim. Awesome. Amy says, thanks. Awesome. Can you go back and forward in the dashboard between scripts? I enter info, but it seems to disappear. Each one of these that you do is separate. You don't enter one and then it appears on all the others. You use each one at a time. Make sure you watch the individual training videos. Are the training sessions going to be built on different aspects of funnel scripts, or will there be any Q&A sessions? We have Q&A on each of them, kind of like this, based around the topic. So you can see the training schedule. Click through here and you'll be able to see past trainings and the upcoming training. Vicky says, this is a really brilliant piece of work. Awesome. Yvonne says, great script. Jean says, what does OTO mean from previous question? One-time offer. So after you sell somebody on something and you want to make them a one-time offer. Where are we putting the closes from Perfect Webinar? You should watch the training on Perfect Webinar. It doesn't have anything to do with this. Mark says, great session. As a Funnel Scripts rookie, I'm excited to get going. Is there some kind of a quick reference for which scripts are best used for application? Yep. Download the Funnel Scripts blueprints. That'll help you. Is this script in the portal yet? No, we're going to upload it and I'll email you later on today. Watch the training on the Perfect Webinar Wizard. Scott says, as a pro copywriter, your stuff just flat out rocks. Thanks. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Thank you, Gerald. He says, my God, you are patient. This is not a recording. This is live right now. You're welcome, Bridge. Zach says, great work. Thank you for building this and saving me so much time. For the people who haven't read the book, I feel sorry for you. Get it together, people. Michael says, Stealth Crawler scripts are one of my favorites, really clever and can be used innocently in so many places. Thanks, Michael. I worked really hard on those. Angela says, I haven't been in my Funnel Scripts account in a while. Do we have a bridge page video script wizard? We do not, but I want to make one of those. It's just not as easy as it looks. So that's on my development list. I don't know when it'll be here. Okay. Will you update blueprints with this script as part of it? I may. I don't know. I think that one's more just for the basics. Terry, glad you liked it. Do the blueprints show you which ClickFunnels to go with which funnel scripts? Which ClickFunnels to go? No, it doesn't. It doesn't link to ClickFunnels. So we'll have the software loaded up later on today. I'll post the link for Russell's book along with the replay. Randy says, tell them I've been in for a year. Jim has over-delivered on tools and training. It works. Just do it. Awesome. Terrell, that's a good question. I talked to them. Somebody says, is it possible to add a direct link from Funnel Scripts to ClickFunnels UI, or from the ClickFunnels UI for paid members? That's something people did ask about, and we're talking about it. I don't know if it'll happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Elizabeth says, once you put info into the scripts, do you lose your information after you close down the script? Pretty much, yeah. You need to go through and change that. We are, I'm working on the second version here that we're going to be rolling out over the next few months, where you'll be able to download your project file from each individual online script and you'll be able to upload it. We're testing that in beta right now. Won't promise when it'll be out, but it'll be out as soon as possible. Okay, so we'll have this posted up in the training area. We'll send out a link. So I don't have any control over Russell's book. I'm going to send you guys the link where you can download it, or excuse me, not where you can download it. I'm going to send you the link where you can order it just for shipping and handling. We'll post that up there. You'll be able to see it. So anyway, hope you guys are excited about the script. We'll have it posted up there later for you today once we get the videos and everything done. And we'll look forward to talking soon and hearing your feedback on this, what I hope you feel is an amazing script. And like I said, for those of you who are fans of the .com Secrets book, this is the one you guys have been waiting for. Not that you've been, left out in the cold with the other ones, but this is the one that people have been asking for and really excited about. So I'm excited to hear how you do with it. As always, thank you very much for being a Funnel Scripts subscriber. We have lots more goodness on the way for you in the coming months. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.